All right, today we've got ash wood. Emerald ash borer killed ash wood tree. And it's a little stormy. This may be a short one. But you know, ash is notoriously easy to split. One of the easiest hardwoods to split. If you've ever cut ash, you know that it is just a joy to work with. However, this ash, less so, at least so far. You see the waves. This is a tree that was growing by the side of a lake, out kind of over, leaning over into a field. Obviously, it's been there a long time. These are huge rounds. I think they're about 28 inches. But usually, even with ash, big wood like this splits easy. This was the first round that I split up. It wasn't bad, but it was more difficult than ash typically is, and it's because it has this wavy grain to it. I'm assuming it was doing a lot of flexing over the field. Plus, when we were splitting it, the limb wood was giving us a little heartburn. I think it was because it was kind of dying and still moist. I think this piece is gonna go okay. So it had, you know, splitting green or moist wood is not a bad thing. I don't know why people think dry wood is easier to split. It's definitely, must be like certain types are, because most hardwoods work up better when they're green. In fact, I can't think of a single one that I would rather wait till it dried out to split. So, yeah. But this stuff just isn't the straightest grain stuff. This is an okay piece, what I'm talking about. It's splitting okay. But it's got some waves, even up in the limbs, tear outs that like this, that's like an elm or something. So even ash can present abnormal challenges like that. But I really just wanted to see what these guys were up to. And let's see, this was a big tree. I could use this axe, but it's definitely not the best for these big pieces. If it was red oak, this axe all day long. But I am skeptical that it will do anything but get stuck in it, and I just don't want to put the stress on the handle. Now, once I get it into quarters, sure. But until then, I'm going to go with the plastic axe, because I can swing this one hard and I don't care what happens. Now, again, I'll say this. These holes that are in this aren't the best place to swing for when you start cracking these open. A lot of people use them. I just don't think they are, because you want your tool and your swing to maximize the force that you're giving it in both ways, in the splitting and the penetrating, and that stops at least some of that, or it softens the blow a little bit. Now, what you can do is, where you've got a crack that's going out here where it's not cracked, that's a really good spot, because it is definitely separated and weaker along these cracks. So I may hit here where this little crack is spun out, or way down here where this crack is not all the way through. This tree had a bunch of carpenter ants in it too, and I was hoping to get this really big round and put it in my shop to chop on, but the core is rotten and full of carpenter ants, so we burn. It's sad when a big tree ends up like this, but it is what it is. I may get a bowl out of a piece of it or something. Okay, so it is gonna rain, looks like. I'm just gonna see if I can't pop this apart real quick, and I'll stop talking. zero progress so far, other than knowing what I might be getting the sledges and the wedges. Oh, and this is about a 14-inch round, so it's not very big. Not very tall. That sounds better. Chip away on this one. I've only got basically two 10x5 trailers full of this that I've got to split by hand. The Plastic X sucks on your hands. This Plastic X feels a little better. Now it's split right there. It's still hanging on. And I'm just gonna encourage it a little bit more. Just as wavy. Quarter-inch waves all around. All the other videos I've done on ash were from a tree that was growing about 100 feet away from this one. Almost same size. The easiest wood in the world to split. Well, this is going to be stove wood. I'm not going to chop this any smaller than those sizes. I was hoping it'd rain by now so I could stop. My other neighbor's got about 20. Oops, oh, gotcha. About 20 red oak logs. And he says if I help him cut up, I can have. I'm gonna need to after this to build my confidence back up. Okay. Core. Back up. Wavy. That's pretty though. That was sugar maple, I'd be sick. Wavy maples, $5 stuff. All right, what I'm doing now is, since it's being really challenging to go this way, I thought I would flip it over. And you want to split from the ground up, meaning the bottom side of the tree up to where towards the limbs, not from the canopy down. I don't know which way this piece was. Either way, ash is more than stringy. Cut a lot of that. Never seen it that way. Okay. I literally forgot what I was doing there. Just figured it was gonna split. All right, to the wedge we go. Kind of bizarre that Popped right in half. There's tension. I don't know if it's because of the wave, I assume. And I assume that's because of the way it grew. Hell with it. It's time for a cold one.